Alright, so we're taking a brief interlude from the series here because we have to do a little bit of management of the mod. If you are playing along at home, the immersive water and food mod has now been made compatible with Learn by Doing, and you can just combine them using the patch you can find on the Learn by Doing page. But there is one caveat to that. If you are going to load this into an existing save file, you need to pick up your do collectors, because if you don't, what will happen is the immersive water and food mod will essentially delete them, which will cause a chunk corruption, which will seem fine initially, but once you leave the chunk, your game will basically delete your base, and you don't want that. This is caused by changes to workstations on existing worlds, basically. The do collector in immersive food and water is almost a completely different thing, to the extent that if you try and load a chunk that had an original do collector in it, you will break your base. Your chunk will become inoperable and your base will be lost. So come into your game before you bring in the immersive water and food mod and pick up all your do collectors, and then leave the game and then load the mod and the patch. You will need both the actual immersive water and food file, and you will need the patch for the file found on the Learn by Doing returns page, and then combine all those mods in your load order. Once you've picked up your do collectors, leave the game and load the mods up. Now I have loaded the two mods in here, and I'll just double check that by looking for some water, and yeah, we got all the disinfected water and stuff. So I've loaded into the game without getting any errors or red issues, and we can just take the do collectors and we can place them right back where we found them, no problem. And these will now operate as immersive water and food do collectors, which work a little bit differently. We can get into that in an episode or something. To double check that this definitely hasn't corrupted my chunk, I'm going to drive out, come back, and see if I fall through the world. I happen to know that the chunk that do collector's in ends roughly about here. So if we just unload this to be sure, which will happen... Oh, there's a tree. There we go. That's it unloaded. We can see it went back to its static imposter. If we drive back, you can see it hopefully loading back in properly. And I've not fallen through the world, so my base is safe. And we are now playing with immersive water and food and Learn by Doing returns in an active save file that existed before immersive water and food. If you do not do that, you're going to lose your base and you have to restart. Yeah, do that just to be sure. I will see you guys later today with another episode.